We're going to go ahead with the session. It is 11:51. It's a little late start to the day. It's a Tuesday. It's a Rahu and a Mars day. Double Mars and Rahu. 13 being the Rahu. So anyway, it's the 13th of May 2025. It's a Tuesday, which is a Mars day, and the destiny number also is Mars. The day is Rahu. So it is important simply because I had a dream in the morning. I took out a video of it and then had to scrap it. But anyway, I'll just repeat again what exactly the dream was in this recording. So let me tell you what the incidence was. I say everything is actually the spirit world at play. I've offered little mango, which is Varsha's favorite fruit, and if not her favorite fruit, but a good enough fruit. So perhaps we're giving her little time to enjoy the fruit before getting her to shake the pendulum and give the answers. If she's shaking the pendulum and giving the answers, she can't really enjoy the mango offering. Okay, so perhaps this little time has given her little time to enjoy the mango offering. But to come down to the dream I had this morning, from which I woke up at around 6:20-25, which is very, very unusual for me actually, is I saw Varsha wearing a yellow t-shirt. It was striped, a darker shade of yellow with a lighter shade of yellow. The t-shirt is quite a basic t-shirt. I saw it on Myntra. I was considering purchasing it, but then I didn't purchase it. Perhaps she's trying to tell me to purchase that t-shirt, and if that is her direction, then I will do so. But what was beautiful about that dream was how delicate she was looking, white, pink, her hair light golden brown, not blonde. So you can say a light shade of brown with highlights in it, curly little curls in it, and looking really cute. And behind her, a golden light. So, golden light on her left side from behind her, and she was very happy and she seemed to be full of mirth. So I was very happy and I didn't mind getting out of my sleep at the strange time that it was. But because I did go to the internet, and I was very surprised because I said, oh, it must be about 7:38. But when I switched on my phone, I was surprised that it was not. After a little while, I decided no, and my body's still, very sleepy. I'm still feeling tired. So I went off to sleep again and woke up at 9. Between sleeping, let's just say at 6:50 or something of that sort, or 7, and waking up at around 9:05, I think is when my eyes finally opened because I was really, really dead tired. In that 2-hour sleep in between, what I had was a deep state dream of what happened at Fort Jaswell, where I'm not in the house. Over there, I see there is a boy who worked at my home, Vivek Kumar, but apparently he's been exchanged for somebody else. But I did see him in the dream. He's looking fat. So he's a chubby boy and he's got a slight mustache, which I have never seen him with when he was working at Fort Jaswell in 2018 mostly, and a little of 19. I was surprised to see that the girl was the brown skin girl who has worked at my home here at J1801 Purva Palm Beach with him. She has worked in this house for, I think, at least 1.5 years. If we break up Mrs. Madhav E. Reddy's identity into a pre-Bombay trip 2022 to a post-Bombay trip, 2022, along with staying at Holiday Inn Racecourse, August 2022. So after both these incidences have happened, could be before I have gone and stayed at Holiday Inn Racecourse at Bangalore, this girl has placed herself in place of Mrs. Madhav E. Reddy. She is from Bombay actually. She's a Maharashtrian girl, from what my understanding is. What is surprising is that she has interacted with who is looking like my father in my dream, along with my sister superimposed on me, the French girl, Varsha. What is the dream that I have seen? The brown young girl apparently is working in our home, or Vivek Kumar, the plump boy with the mustache, is working in our home. Or the third person in the dream who I cannot recognize, who's part of this trio. So they have congregated in our Jaswal kitchen. One is working in the house, the other two are outsiders who have come to the place of employment of their friend. And somebody, I think Vivek Kumar, is drinking water or something like that in our kitchen. This has happened behind my back. I have a feeling when I was in Australia, QUT, or then traveling Jones Lang, LaSalle, or then Portland, or then I don't think it was the 1.5 years that I stayed at Suman Towers, 2003. It could be during the time I was married for 5 months and then 1 year extended, or 8 months extended after that little short scam. Shame, shame, shame. Absolutely shameful. For what? What you're calling dimes and that levels of desperation. Sad. Anyway, let it be. Point is, that is not me who superimposed on me, it is Varsha. This version who is delicate, pretty and sweet, because she's French. Whether royalty or normal bloodline, it doesn't matter. Point is, what happens in that kitchen, my father is in the dream. Yes, that's JAYA.ADVANI, a big built man, who's in the kitchen also. So Varsha just requests them and says, this is a place of employment for one of the three. The rest of everybody, either you go down and talk, you should not come to someone's place of employment. Have some decency when you are working at somebody else's home. So nobody is telling you, don't play sounds from under my body, you thrash. You cheapen India. Mostly you are from the Middle East. Useless crap. Naseeb tumko ठोकरे ही खिलवाएगा. It's a matter of fact. First you start with kidnapping children. Then you start with chipping children. Then you keep criminal cartel children in good homes, while you bring the original children to trouble them in another land. Who will spare you? Nobody will spare you. You just pray I'm not connected to Queen Anne's ancestry. Just pray, not even in another lifetime. Neither me nor Harsha, because you had it in the spirit realm the minute you step in over there. There is a lit realm of judges. There is a judgment. You are at the receiving end of it. It starts with the time of Queen Anne's children never surviving, because some fucks were messing around medically with research. so they could change the throne or the ownership of the throne. England and Scotland. Anyway, that is history. You had the ability of doing artificial intelligence and real recording in that century. Yet the Atma of the prince has come here. You got nothing to do with it. For all your useless technological hoo-ha, all created by the criminal cartel which makes Dawood Ibrahim look like a child. Yet he's India's most wanted. There's a level of how desperation gets, level of lacking intelligence is. Anyway, that trio is told when you're one of them who's employed, you meet somebody downstairs, ask them, you go down, like the bhaiyas go down, they sit on the tanki, their friends don't come to our homes. A place where you are working, you are working. You can't try jipping. Useless shit from every corner. If any of us are from royal bloodline, why would we want to live the shitty life compared to a royal bloodline? You give a fucking answer. Hey, useless crap, give an answer. Give a fucking answer. And you place criminal DNA over there. So you grab and get rear to entry access to top research. Royalty uses top research in a very different way than the criminal syndicates. You have done no service to humanity. You have done disservice in the most manipulative, deceptive manner for the whole welfare of all of humanity. Sheep that you are. So those three rats leave the house and go. My father's wondering what to do. Whoever superimposed on me must be Varsha. Says, Papa, let them go, just let them go. There's no need to have any of them working in this house. Let them go. The house can be managed without the domestic help. Just dirty energy needs to get out. Enough bullshit. Useless. Enough bloody bullshit. You bloody rats! Your balls are scrunched in my hands. You bloody well believe it. Even if I am only a commoner but a witness of the crap associated with you. Yes, you bloody well shake in your bloody fucking boots. Couldn't care less. I am going to bring you to book for every third-rate trashy act. From kidnapping to stealing DNA to genealogy, mixing it up. Lying and deceitful and greedy as you are. You understood? Okay, Shirdi Sai Baba, what I want to do is, I want to first thank you for everything. I also want you to please bless the reading. Today I am a little high strung because of the information I am getting. Yesterday also off camera we have taken out some information. So we will move on from that. We will not be addressing that right now because that's in my book. Don't think you can see the book. Can you see the book from here? So anyway, if you see some pages, that's the book where I've taken some notes down. And discussed one small component of it. Yet that's a 1-hour video. Only of some 4-5 components out of all those things written in that book. So anyway, Ganeshji, please bless this reading, the pendulum session or questions, whatever the answer be. Then Shirdi Sai Baba, please bless it. Shivji, please bless. Shaniji, please bless. Parvati Mata, please bless. Kartikeya Bhagwan, please bless. Vishnu, please bless. Ram and Krishna, please bless. Gaur Mata, please bless and please guide. Varsha, please guide. Tell the truth, nothing but the absolute truth via the pendulum if you're willing to. If there's something you don't want to say something about, I prefer you say you will not comment, but don't lie. Whatever it is, do not lie. So as long as I have the assurity, because Shani is looking over everything, you'll get into trouble. Even if you're a ghost, you know it better than me. Since you're already a ghost, you've shown me your form as of now. And I'm very happy to see the golden light to the left of your shoulder or the right facing me. So I'm very happy what I saw this morning, at least when it came to you. I don't care about, I don't know what you're trying to tell me about Vivek Kumar or you're trying to tell me about that trio. I'll have to ask you via the pendulum to figure out what exactly you were trying to communicate. I only understand that I was not at home at that point in time. The only reason I'm not at home is it must have been during the 5-month of marriage. And nothing else. Games could have started from that point itself. It is in that time only this girl was very upset. She was throwing out lots of things, clearing it out. And I think Pushpa was working in the house at that time. Why is it that Pushpa was not at home when these people were there? I don't know. Or is this at a time when... But my father was well. Whereas my father was very unwell. During the time I was staying in Suman Towers. These 3 people were doing what? At Forge as well. My father was still able and he was well built. But my father was feeble in the 1.5 or 2 years before he passed away. So the man who was standing over there was a well-built big man. Telling these, the girl was telling them to clear out. You played filthy while my father was unwell? You were recording reels? Anyway, I'll ask Varsha. Let's see what we get. What exactly you were up to. You don't stake claims to things that are not yours. You have created confusion. My assets are very little. You do this in every bloody fucking house. You will deplete every resource. You have already done it to Pakistan. Your filthy game at Bangladesh and Pakistan. Imran Khan to Sheikh. Hasina Sheikh. Talks of high levels of deceit. And a criminal cartel coming, grabbing all positions. Your job is to kill people. Don't use the armies to do it. Let's get the answers from the pendulum. Yeah. So, anyway, Varsha, you with me? I hope you're not unhappy with my outburst. I hope you're not upset. Are you upset with my outburst, baby? You know, sometimes we have to be a little loud and we have to establish things because they're not going to understand otherwise. We're speaking to some very dense people. An IQ level, EQ level, we just don't know what we're dealing with. Especially if it is a criminal cartel that's not waking up to what they're supporting. Now, coming down to the beautiful dream about you. Is it you in your present state that you showed me that woke me up happily at 6:30 in the morning? Or 6:15, 6:20 in the morning? Okay, I'm very glad. Thank you for visiting me. It really did make my soul feel a lot happier and lighter. And you were looking really beautiful and resplendent. So I'm really, really, really happy. Okay, now the next dream is not so happy. In that dream, I saw a boy who I know as Vivek Kumar. In the dream, he was a lot more plump and looked a little younger, in fact, with a mustache, but not a heavy mustache, like a child's mustache. With him were two more people. One was the brown skinned girl. Is she the girl who has come to Bangalore to J1801 Purva Palm Beach and worked over here as Mrs. Madhav E. Reddy? But is she the original Mrs. Madhav E. Reddy? The first version of Mrs. Madhav E. Reddy who joined the job at my home in 2020 end, I think. Is she the same girl? So there was a nice girl who had come to the doorstep, very sweet. She was wearing her pink sari and she had another girl with her. They were really nice, they seem like good, nice people. Are they nice people? The originals who turned up over here, November 2020. The girl I saw today in the dream with Vivek Kumar, is that girl the same girl who turned up over here end or November 2020? Are they the same person, the same soul? So the girl I saw in the dream is a girl who has worked at Ford, was shown working at Forge as well in the dream. If she was not working, she was visiting somebody who was working at Forge as well. And they were told to leave and to have their social dues downstairs and not in the house. Now that girl has come to Bangalore and worked over here for a minimum 1.5 years, stealing the identity of the real Mrs. Madhav E. Reddy. The real Mrs. Madhav E. Reddy is connected with spying. No, the one who was in the year 2020 November. Is she connected with spying? Is she connected with terrorism in any way? The original Mrs. Madhav E. Reddy is connected with terrorism? Or has terrorist links where she supports terrorism? The one in the year 2020, towards the end of 2020, is what I'm asking you. The one in the pink sari who came to my home. Pink and brown sari, she's connected with terrorism. She's a spy. She was genuinely working or connected at least with some law making, legal law. post the time that I have gone to Bombay and stayed at Holiday Inn Racecourse in 2022. The girl I saw in my dream today, did she take the place or steal identity of Mrs. Madhav E. Reddy, the original one, in the pink sari? That girl is connected with terrorism. The one with Vivek Kumar who I've seen in the dream today. Is she connected with spying? What, for Pakistan? ISI? Middle East? That boy Rajkumar, brown face, curly hair guy, is he Indian bloodline? Ladka is Indian bloodline? But what, they are recruited to sell information to those who are not Indian bloodline and are from the Middle East? But Rajkumar, the curly haired brown boy, he's Indian bloodline? Am I Indian bloodline? Are you Indian bloodline? Was I kidnapped at birth from my original parents and brought into this country? My original parents are of a good bloodline? Are they above the upper middle class in whichever country these guys kidnapped me and brought me here from? Are they well settled people? Did they place somebody from the underworld cartel in my place over there, keeping one eye there and one eye here, and playing both places the way they wanted to play it? Does it involve filthy politics? Europe to India? Did the same thing happen with you? Okay, I want to ask you some very key questions. Now that boy Vivek Kumar is still alive in his body, that boy, is he still in his human form? They have killed him and replicated him with another replica. Who got this thing done? Ladka and Rajkumar? Ladka and Rajkumar are friends with this brown skinned girl who has come to Bangalore to work, but is seen in my dream at Fort Jaswell. She's what? The Marathi Kamwali Bai's granddaughter or relative of some kind? Is she connected to that building which is 2 buildings away, the one next to Kotak Bank, but not Jaswell? So it is Jaswell, first floor, where we live as owners. Then is the building with Kotak Bank. Then is the 3rd building with a fruit wala, I have a feeling, or next to the fruit wala shop. There the Kamwali Bai used to stay full time with a very nice, I think, Maharashtrian couple on the ground floor. So is the brown skinned girl seen in my dream, who's reprimanded and told, go down and meet your friends, don't bring them up or leave the job, but don't make a mela of our home and breach the privacy of our home, making it like a grand social do for the servants in the middle of our home in our kitchen. Don't do that. Is that girl, is she still in her human form? Is she physically in her human form today? Is she the one who has run off with some Bisleri guy? Because that's what I got. That the girl working, I don't know whether it was in this place or it was in Bombay. But one of these girls have run off either to Ooty or something of that sort and run off with a Bisleri guy. Don't even know what. So the rerouting of the router that happened on the 18th floor, somebody coming down from the 19th floor, they're all connected with terrorism. For the rerouting of my router, which I have taken out a video of 3 men turning up on this floor, rerouting the router, taking it somewhere. Would you say they are connected, those men were directed by somebody connected with terrorism? One guy was wearing the ego of Akhil Gupta, who has been said he is no more in his body. He's our cousin brother. Looks nothing like the guy who walked on the, onto the floor. Stood like Kiran Merchant. Both of them are dead. Yet that chap who has come and rerouted the router with the other 2 men had the gall to wear the ET and the ego of a dead Akhil Gupta and a dead Kiran Merchant. Is it true? He rerouted the router openly. The maid, that brown girl, she went out, kept the garbage. That was the excuse. But they all 4 knew each other, or at least 2 of them knew each other. That lot is connected with terrorist groups and terrorist outfits. Can you call them ISI? Any links to the ISIS? Is it she who's playing the sound of the nail cutter or the beetle nut cutter from under my hands? Heard it at the pan shop when he's cutting the beetle nut. When he's sitting on his gatti in his shop outside Kamath. Or the Liberty restaurant, the old man who's been around from the time I was, I think, just an infant. हाँ, क्योंकि उसका जो parapet होता था, what is it? His signage. At least Kamath signage, what used to happen is, if we have our first floor house like this over here, if this is the first floor house, you assume this is the first floor house. All of this is the first floor house. Apartment. So Kamath restaurant is down on the ground floor. He has like a signage which he puts out, which becomes like a dabba, which means like a hole. How do you say? It becomes like a basket, but it's not a basket. It's a huge place where these guys they come into our home, then they jump down, they clean that place up, that kind of stuff. So we've grown up that way. And then on this side is the mobile van, which became a juice center. So it is so high that from here you can climb into our home. That's how it was done. Okay. And from here, this is my bedroom. This is my father's bedroom. Rest of it is the house going in the back. From here and from here, this used to be a balcony. You can jump from here into that parapet. But that actually is a signage for the restaurant down. So what happens in time to come, that signage breaks. So when that signage breaks, there's a big hole over there. Somewhere in that signage. From that hole, we can see the panwala downstairs. He's sitting in his window. In the window, they made a shop, right? And he's selling pan. So when he is doing not nail cutting, what does he do? वो जो beetle nut होता है, you know beetle nut, the round thing, it is hard supari. So he's always cracking it, right? Because he has to make it small pieces to put it into the pan, the beetle nut sweet dish that he gives people. So the thing is, from childhood we have been seeing him do that. It's not a big deal. But now what this woman is doing, she's playing the beetle nut cracker under my foot, under my body all the time. You don't try to threaten me. You understood with ISIS tactics. You don't do that. No, don't try it. Okay, I want to Now that is out of the way. Is she going to get caught soon? Means will they find proof and will they manage to catch up with this group of people? You see it in the timeline. My job is only to question and put it out. And in real life, what is happening? Only to say it. That's it. I'm not. Am I ISI, my baby? The girl who has come to Bangalore to work in my home, am I her friend? Have I ever met her before? Are they trying to sit and mix up conscience and reals to confuse the agencies? So when this pendulum is going in this manner, a stupid woman from the fan says, what? Jaya, I am some shit like that. Bloody fucking digital bitch. Don't record the wrong things. You fucking cheap whore. Don't do that. Garbage. I will ensure every SATA drive of yours blows up. That also just with wind. Meteorites. Weather conditions. I'll see how you deal with it. You'll get an ass kicking straight into Nark and Patal. You try getting out of it, 20 kalpas. Because you'll be under lock and key over there with your Lord and Master, the anti-God. Straight out of bloody Middle East. That's where you fucks also come from. Now you want to watch what this pendulum has to say? Okay, I'm going to ask you some very key questions. Okay, about, I don't know if I've already done this, but even if I have, this girl who's the Marathi Kamwali Bai granddaughter who has worked at our home 15 years, she was a Pakka Maharashtrian. The one who worked in our home was Pakka Maharashtrian. Is she any foreign bloodline? Is her DNA of any foreign bloodline? So she's pure Indian bloodline. The old lady who was working in our home. So the pure Indian lady who is Maharashtrian lady, it is her relatives along with Rajkumar and Ladka who have worked in our home. Rather, Ladka has worked at least minimum 10, 12, 13, 15 years. They are pure Indian bloodline. Yet you say they are connected with what? Clean activities, good activities, moral ethical activities. Are they used work-wise for shaking hands with, let's just say, unethical international spies? Mostly the Middle Eastern spies, highly unethical, along shaking hands with Pakistanis and with China. Have you and I shaken hands with them, or have they ever given us any kind of information, or have we taken any information from them? First and foremost, you and I, did we even know we've been kidnapped and brought to this country? If we were given a choice, would we have chosen to actually exchange our places? I'm saying it openly, I would not. Why should I? If it is a natural birth, I have no problem. But if it is kidnapping and it is exchanging, I wouldn't want to exchange anything. No, why should I? I'm happy just going with what is, kind of God given. I always have been, no matter where in the world. So it is not free will. Was this free will? She as a ghost is talking for herself. I'm saying it openly, no. If I was kidnapped and I was exchanged, it is not my free will. Were we chipped at birth before brought into this country called India, which is a great place with great people for most part of it? But were we chipped and brought into this country? Was it the work of somebody in Europe or European politics? Shaking hands with the Bharatiya Janata Party? Was it shaking hands with the Congress party? Was it a handshake between like Congress too? So French Revolution, liberty, puberty, all that was shaking hands with India's People's Party called Bharatiya Janata Party. Mostly in the opposition, free to do what they want. With very qualified person who doesn't have all eyes on him, Mr. Jaitley, Arun Jaitley. Adept in both law and journalism, and then an entire network, and then recruiting, left, right, center, great international travels, global travels and global networking. Mr. Arun Jaitley, he's 5'7" in height. Shah Rukh is also 5'7" in height. Mr. Ambani also is 5'7" in height. Mr. Jaitley has left his human form in this birth. Mr. Arun Jaitley of BJP, adept in journalism and in broadcasting and in law. Has he physically left his physical body of this birth? Is he shape-shifting for Mr. Narendra Damodar Das Modi? Mr. Arun Jaitley is a pure Indian bloodline. Mr. Arun Jaitley is European bloodline. Mr. Arun Jaitley is Mediterranean bloodline. Mr. Arun Jaitley is Southeast Asian bloodline. Mr. Arun Jaitley is Middle Eastern bloodline. Is he pure Middle Eastern bloodline? Mr. Arun Jaitley has shapeshifted for Mr. Ramesh Advani. Is Mr. Ramesh Advani and Mr. Arun Jaitley the same Atma? Mr. Ramesh Advani, Nikhil's father, 1970s. Cherry Rane's close friend. Are they the best? Are they the same Atma? The one who is Arun Jaitley shapeshifting for Mr. Ramesh Advani, and Mr. Ramesh Advani from 1970s who was working at Madura Courts. Are they the same person? So it is after the 90s or in the 90s sometime that Arun Jaitley started shapeshifting every once in a while as Mr. Ramesh Advani. Is Mr. Ramesh Advani actually is Mr. Ramesh Advani actually Middle Eastern bloodline? Who worked at Madura Courts, is he Middle Eastern bloodline? Is he actually European bloodline with some string of Europe in him? Has he done anything wrong which would harm India in any way? Mr. Ramesh Advani from the 1970s with a little European bloodline. Did that Mr. Ramesh Advani do anything to harm India? The one with the European bloodline. Nikhil Advani's father. So you call him a perpetrator too? Nikhil Advani's father. Okay, have I done anything purposefully to harm India? Or, to go against India's interests in any way? Has Arun Jaitley done anything from a Middle Eastern bloodline pretending to be Mr. Ramesh Advani? Has he done anything to harm India or the welfare of India while he has worn the skin of Mr. Ramesh Advani too at times? Raga is friends with Mr. Arun Jaitley. Raga knows Arun Jaitley's reality shape-shifting for Mr. Narendra Damodar Das Modi. Mr. Narendra Damodar Das Modi is pure Indian bloodline. Is Mr. Narendra Damodar Das Modi pure Indian bloodline with a reputation for spirituality done with his hard work from the very beginning? Is that man in his human form today, in his human body today? Is he alive? Is he still in his human body today? Was the original Mr. Narendra Damodar Das Modi removed, harassed, murdered, and removed from his human form? So you can say the original Indian Mr. Narendra Damodar Das Modi is pro-India and pro-Indian welfare. But today, are we in a place where the whole globe is actually in the hands of the criminal cartel which has grown in Europe? Is that the problem? So the head of that cartel is SRL's father, the guy who shapeshifted for SRL. He's actually Nordic bloodline. His father is the Unilever of criminal cartel or criminal syndicate. So as a business expansion, his son went on an expansion mode, spreading their criminal cartel network anywhere they got a chance to. India being one of the places. Is that what is the problem for primarily the world welfare as of today? Is the guy with the Nash on his neck, was that actually just a surgery under a medical supervision that he tells everybody? He's an ace liar any which ways. But is that just a surgery? Which he keeps talking about, some section surgery that he had on his neck. Is that actually actual proper fight where he's got cut in his neck because of some very dangerous fight he has got into with other criminals? So he's SRL who's shapeshifting for Elon Musk today. Does May Musk know about it? Original May Musk knows about. Original May Musk is there in her human form. You know, there is May and Kay, two ladies, Haldeman's children. So is May Musk in her human form? Our criminal has gotten rid of the original's mother. Has he wiped out their entire family? You're telling me he has wiped out the entire Musk family? Errol Musk too? Kimball Musk? The original Tosca Musk? So he's brought in replicas for that whole family. He's done this in many corporates like Bill Gates too. He's done this in Bill Gates' case? The Bill Gates and the Melinda Gates Foundation. So the guy who's around today, Bill Gates, is he the founder of Microsoft? Did he earn all the money? Is he that guy? So the real Bill Gates, who was married to Melinda Gates, you're saying he is still in his human form? In his physical body? You're saying he has left his physical form? What we have, who's promising 98% of somebody else's earned wealth, is a duplicate? Connected with the criminal network? Like this, there are many founders who've been cut off, replicated by the criminal network. The source is from the Nordic region. You see this network getting netted by the military and by people who know what they're doing, how to deal with the situation, because it's a pretty scary situation if one understands what the repercussions are. If I can ask you about the brown skin girl, she works with the legal military who has worked in my house. No need clarity, because shouldn't blame people unnecessarily. So does she work with the legal, let's just say with the legals, the legal agents, legal military, legal government? Does she work with the legal side of society? Is she working for them? So we can very safely say she works for the illegal side of things, all the rebel kind of activities which are highly illegal. And yes, maybe the terrorism. Am I working with terrorism? When I use the word terrorism, do not make my stomach burp and then sit and say terrorism, terrorism. Don't do that shit. Or your fucking reel of crap. Understood? So anyway, am I genuinely connected with terrorist activities? Do I know even one terrorist personally? But is it possible that they have masqueraded in front of me and till today I don't know how to identify them? But would the army and all the legal people know how to identify them? Would they be able to figure it out? Because I don't have the skills, frankly telling you. My only way of doing things is this kind. I don't know much more than this kind of work. Okay, now I want to ask you about other people's bloodline. Mrs. Shambhav E. Hingorani, S.M. Krishna's daughter. So Shambhav E. Krishna, she got married to Umesh Hingorani, our cousin. Did she really get married to our cousin, Umesh Hingorani? Is she Indian bloodline? Shambhav E. is Indian bloodline? Her sister Vicky is Indian bloodline, married to Siddharth of Cafe Coffee Day. He's late Mr. Siddharth. Or at least to the public, though he's late Mr. Siddharth. If he's alive somewhere, we're very happy. But Vicky is Indian bloodline. Shambhav E is Indian bloodline. S.M. Krishna is Indian bloodline. Pure Indian bloodline. Okay. Shambhav E, like I checked yesterday, is actually Southeast Asian bloodline. Is Shambhav E European bloodline? Is Vicky, her older sister, European bloodline? They're all nice girls for most part of it. They're nice girls. She's saying no. Okay, anyway. So Vicky is European bloodline. Shambhav E is European bloodline. Shambhav E is Southeast Asian bloodline. Vicky is Southeast Asian bloodline like Shambhav E. Yesterday, like I checked, Vicky's actually Middle East bloodline. Tremona is Middle East bloodline. Tremona's maximum component of her bloodline is Middle Eastern. Just like Jaitley, Arun Jaitley. Just like Vicky. Am I Southeast Asian bloodline or middle? Yeah, am I Southeast Asian bloodline? Am I majority Spanish bloodline? Do I have little Middle Eastern bloodline in me? A slight bit. You are French bloodline. You who's the ghost now, my cutie pie, beautiful Varsha. The real JAYA.ADVANI, not Aarti Arta, who shapeshifted big bone for you at some point in time. Not her. Aarti Arta is Middle Eastern bloodline. The Middle Eastern bloodline is what has been used primarily by that Nordic guy. The Unilever of what criminal cartel network to get all his stealing and all done, grabbing identities of other people, stealing and sharing the spoils. Has he primarily used people in the Middle East to do his job? Or of the Middle East bloodline? So handshake between the cartel of the Nordic region. Connected with the Russia mafia or something of that sort, any affiliation? They do what? Child trafficking, human trafficking, now DNA trafficking, genealogy trafficking, brain trafficking, body trafficking, artificial intelligence, technology infused with human beings. Those experiment trafficking. Another expansion in their business, new product. So he uses these Middle Eastern bloodlines to do his dirty work for him. Raga is what? Italian? Raga is what? Italian bloodline? The stand-in for Rahul Gandhi? Raga is Italian bloodline? Raga is Indian bloodline? Pure Indian bloodline? Raga also is Middle Eastern bloodline of some kind? Hezbollah types? Hezbollah. बोलू हेजबोला बच्चा है, छोटा है, इतना है. इज लाइक अ मिजिट. यूट्यूब पे देखूं बोलू, उसका चेहरा बिग साइज जो है, इज नॉट मोर देन अबाउट, इज अ स्मॉल लिटिल मिजिट. इज अ ओल्ड ग्रोन मैन, but he's a midget. So they do lots of shows with him. His name is Hezbollah. But the face is looking like some version of Raga. तो बोलो they look same. Then there is another version of Raga who looks little like Tony bleached and face merged with somebody else. Fair. Tony is dark skinned. Where is the real Rahul Gandhi is anybody's guess. The Italian boy. You don't play those fuck-all sounds of that bloody gunshot, of that fut 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 that these children play with on the floor, down on the street. The street urchins play with it. They do at Diwali time. They take one gun and they fut 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 till Diwali comes. I want to know the Italian half-blood. Oh, I don't know what, but Mr. Rahul Gandhi, Varsha, are you okay to talk? Do you want me to take a break? Do you wish to take a little break, sweetie? Is it too heavy for you? Are you feeling sad? You're feeling very sad? Don't be sad. Is there a better way of dealing with it? You used to like the real Rahul Gandhi? The Italian boy? I don't want you to feel sad, but I still want to ask you, is he in his human physical form as of now? Is he alive somewhere? He is Sonia Gandhi and Rajiv Gandhi's real son. He's got curly hair, he's got a baby face actually, and quite an okay face. There's nothing really repulsive about him. Even when he has gone to his own father's funeral, nothing repulsive about him when he has gone for his grandmother's funeral, and that's the energy. Raga is a different story altogether. So the real Rahul Gandhi is still in his human form? The half Italian boy? Is he free? Does he live freely, and is he in a free mode? Living in Delhi's Lutein, whatever it is called, Lodi Gardens, Lutein, stuff that ideally a family that is in governance for a long time should be living. Does he live that life? I don't want to say it, but is he in the same state as Trumona? Holed up somewhere with his replica out to cover for him, but harassed to the nth degree wherever he's been holed up, which means pulled off the grid, abducted, and holed up somewhere and harassed to the nth degree. The way you were. His abduction is done by pure Indians? Is it the work of the pure Indians? His abduction, like most of everybody, and the confusion created comes from the Nordic cartels, the Nordic criminal cartels, to create a mess everywhere. They make the mess, they do the cloning, then they come in to do the governance. Or at least that's what's the plan in the expansion plans. Not to mention brain control through whatever they've managed to grab in terms of research, advanced scientific research. Do you see this criminal cartel of the Nordic region, which is very, very dangerous? Do you see them getting netted? Do you really see actually good triumphing over evil ultimately? Do you see them getting stalled in some way? Okay, so since you've asked for a break, I'm going to give you a break. Okay, enjoy the mango. I hope you're enjoying it. I don't want you to feel sad. I was really glad to see you happy today and resplendent. I'd like you to be that way always. So I'll just put this on. I'll just put this on hold for now. Okay, cutie, are you feeling more better now? So the food is not that great, but still I just offered it because it's what I ate. I'll give you something better in the evening. Okay, but you be happy with the mangoes for now. Afterwards I'll see something better where you'll be happier. Okay. Okay, now what I want to ask you is I have already finished, I believe, the Anushka Sharma thing yesterday with the recording. So let me just bring the book over here. 1 minute. Okay, so we are reverting back to this book where only these words. In a read which was done in 2021, Elon, SRK, RIL, Ankur, Loner, Tan, Trine. One word missing over here is dark. Out of this we got so much. Funny enough, over there we got Arun's name, which is Jetli, Sita, which is Sita Raman, Rahul, which is Rahul Gandhi, but spelled differently, his mother Sonia. Then we keep getting Rosie, Rocky, and Tony, who are Fernandez's. We keep getting reference to them. This reading also gives notes. We need to take notes. That's one topic that needs to be addressed from the point of view of anything connected with politics, is what I'm guessing. Yes, the ex-husband called SRL and RNL his father. But they're saying these people were pulled off and replicated by the Nordic criminal cartel. And actually that's who I have crossed paths with in my 5-month sham of a marriage. Okay? There is a girl connected with art who was called loony and is actually sane. I'll have to check that. There's an earl that is involved. How? I'll have to check. Of course, they are creating lokas which are like Nark and Rastal. Either they're doing this to people while they're in their human body, or when they leave their body, the perpetrators are going straight to this. What we've got is, for the wrongdoers, it is 10 kalpas, the loka earned by them going forward. It is a racket that these guys have been running, involving Europe and many places around the world. Europe, Russia. Unilever is FMCG. It started small, became a multinational and went global. You know, customization with globalization, part of MBA study that I've done ages ago, 25 years ago. So when the cartel decides that it wants to be the Unilever of criminal activity, then they also customize as they globalize. You should understand how it has been played with India if you understand this concept. Now I will ask her. I'd like to use my glasses because I can't see otherwise. But then I don't like to use my glasses because I don't want my glasses directing the pendulum. I'm more worried about that. Okay. Okay, let me ask you, Varsha. Let me ask you, Varsha. Are you saying Arun for Mr. Arun Jaitley? He works as a politician earlier in the BJP. Now they are called NDA. Are they the UPA? So, okay, we're talking about Mr. Arun Jaitley when the word Arun is given over there. Sita is the same Sita, Gita, sold Sita, sold Gita. Sita is Sita from the Ramayana that you're talking about? Are you talking about Sita as in Ramesh Advani's wife's sister called Sita Sahu? Sumer Sahu sister, Soma Bhavna Sahu sister? Sita is Sita Raman? Mrs. Sita Raman, she is the FM of India. Is she still in her physical body? Has she been planned to be a what do you call it, scapegoat? Is that what he has planned for her? This planning for her I have done. This planning for her Mr. Narendra Damodar Das Modi, who ideally should be called late Mr. Narendra Damodar Das Modi. Has he done? The Indian real Mr. Narendra Damodar Das Modi, the Gujarati man who started out with the RSS, is he in his physical body today? Has he been replicated, shapeshifted by other people? One of them is Mr. Arun Jaitley, for the world who thinks he is dead. Mr. Arun Jaitley's DNA and bloodline is pure Indian, like Mr. Narendra Damodar Das Modi, late Mr. Narendra Damodar Das Modi. Yet Mr. Arun Jaitley is shape-shifting for Narendra Damodar Das Modi or late Mr. Narendra Damodar Das Modi. Sold Sita, sold Gita is the work of Arun Jaitley hiding behind the face of late Mr. Narendra Damodar Das Modi, wearing his ego stolen from him. Is it his work? It is him who is anti-God, anti-Indi and Satan. Yet he is the one who is hand in glove with SRL's duplicate from the Nordic region, who is Elon today. It is because of him that Starlink is coming to India, putting the blame on Mittal and on Mukesh Ambani. Mukesh Ambani used to go and meet up in the all boys group, internationally held by the duplicate of SRL. Either he's chipped or he's dead, the real guy. What about Sunil Mittal? Airtel Mr. Sunil Mittal, is he also, would he go and meet up in this all boys group abroad? Okay, you agree that Mr. Sunil Mittal is, I don't know what he is, but he's the head of Airtel. He's connected with Airtel. He's the top man in Airtel. Now that man is in his physical body still. Would you call him a victim? How can you call such a man a victim? Is he a villain? Has he been brain chipped at a vulnerable moment at some point in time? How, we don't need to ask, but did this guy in 2 hours just plug his brain or have it plugged through somebody? He likes women little extra, more so in his younger days. This work is the syndicate of Nordic region, the criminal cartel which got him plugged to take decisions he would not ever take with his own mind, had it not been interrupted by whatever's been chipped into him. So Mrs. Nirmala Sitaraman is Sita, and she is going to be the scapegoat going forward. Whenever they decide to pull the rug and everything is chaotic, that's the role planned in the blueprint for her. Okay, Mrs. Sonia Gandhi, is Sonia, Sonia? Is that who you're referring to in this part? RAUL, you are talking about Mr. Rahul Gandhi and Raga as a combination, which means Raga and shapeshifters for the real Rahul Gandhi. You are identifying it for him. Sonia is Sonia Ramchandani you're trying to tell me about? Anil Ramchandani's sister. She was living in Bandra. She was running a preschool or a play school in her apartment. Is she a victim? Is Sonia Ramchandani a villain? Are you saying children were exchanged in the play school by any chance? Is that why you're calling her a victim or calling out something connected with her? How do I understand her role? Anyway, in Sonia, we're only talking about Sonia Ramchandani, Anil Ramchandani, Yamini's sister-in-law. Has she been abducted herself? and replicated. Did they ever CRISPR her to be you? Because you have little similarity in the two of you. They CRISPRed Sonia to be you. That means what? They spoilt her face and gave her some pimples. Because Sonia used to have like a translucent skin and she was a lot better built and a lot prettier for most part of it. But now if we look at her very carefully and we say if we had to deplete her completely, she can become one version of Varsha. She's otherwise a very pretty girl. Very, very, very pretty girl. And nice person also. She studied at Fort Convent School with us. She's older. Let me ask Varsha. If you don't mind telling me, are you Sonia Ramchandani? The ghost which is talking to me right now, is it Sonia Ramchandani's ghost that's talking to me? Are you Sonia Ramchandani's ghost talking to me? Sonia Ramchandani's ghost but CRISPRed to be JAYA.ADVANI. Are you that? Sonia Ramchandani Varsha was CRISPRed to be JAYA.ADVANI at some point in time. Under normal circumstances, Sonia Ramchandani is at least 3 years older than I am. So 5 years older than you. Sonia Ramchandani was in the Red House of Fort Convent School. Blue House of Fort Convent School. Green House of Fort Convent School. Like us, Yellow House in Fort Convent School. Sonia Ramchandani volunteered to get CRISPRed as JAYA.ADVANI. Is Sonia Ramchandani still in her human form? Is Sonia Ramchandani back in her home as Sonia Ramchandani today, married to her husband who had a shop at Linking Road in those days? So is she married to the same man as Sonia Ramchandani who she got married to? So Sonia Ramchandani is back home, you say. You're talking she is back home at Ramola auntie's home and Chandra uncle's home? Sonia Ramchandani found her way back to where the country where her actual DNA comes from. Sonia Ramchandani, for all practical purposes, she is European. She is also French. She's Middle Eastern in any way? Does she have any Middle Eastern bloodline in her? Does she have any Spanish bloodline in her? Like you, she is French? Katrina Kaif is French? Katrina Kaif is European? Katrina Kaif is Spanish? Katrina Kaif is pure Indian? Katrina Kaif has got Middle Eastern bloodline in her? So Katrina Kaif is taken care of by Jaitley's group of Middle Easterns. Are you telling me that the threat to humanity and India as of today comes from the Middle East region, who uses the criminal cartel of the Nordic region to get all its dirty work done, from daylight abduction to rape to murder to stealing to robbing to trafficking of everything? That network is tapped into by Mr. Jaitley, Arun, while he is pretending to be late Mr. Narendra Damodar Das Modi. How come his calls cannot be intercepted, and how come his messaging doesn't get intercepted? How does he get the work done? There must be somebody keeping a lookout on him. Does he communicate mind to mind using this chip in the brain? Does he have any other communication method to communicate which hopefully they can nab him before it's too late? Does he have any other communication method? Does he need to be watched very carefully every second of his move? Will they be able to do it? तुम हमको जो है ना बैड वर्ड मत दो और मागा ज्योतिया भी मत बोल. You be careful and don't keep trying to twist my hands all the time this way. Varsha, I want to ask you a question. It is about Raj uncle. You remember Chitru auntie, Suchitra Mirchandani, before she got married to Ramesh Advani. Is Suchitra Mirchandani, Parsaram Mirchandani and Nirmala Mirchandani's, I think she was the younger daughter, Monica Mirchandani's younger sister. Is Suchitra Advani still in her human form? Is she in her physical form? Is she in her physical form? Darling, don't drop the pendulum to say that she has dropped it or she has popped it. Don't do that. She's not in her physical form. Okay. What I want to ask you is, her brother's name is Raj, Mr. Raj Mirchandani. He was working with Emirates Airlines, is what he used to say when he used to come to India. And her other brother was with a deep dimple on the side of his face. Raj, and now I just called his name now again. They've gone and plugged my brain. I can't remember his name. So anyway, Monica auntie got married to Sahu. Raj uncle got married to Sandra Mirchandani. Then his brother got married to some doctor who was Sunita. She was supposed to be quite dominating. It was her second marriage. Raj uncle is really Raj uncle? Brother of Suchitra, is he really Raj uncle? Was he connected with the royal family in any way of Dubai without our knowing it? Was he actually the royalty of Dubai? Is he in his human form today? Is he in his physical form today? Is he free and in the palace or close to the palace or free? He's free? So he has not been abducted? Thank God. So he's still in his human form today? He's still in his body form today? Mahesh uncle is still in his body form today? Monica auntie is still in her body form today? Chichu auntie is still in her body form today? Suchitra? Suchitra auntie or Chichu auntie was cloned? Replicated? The Kamwali Bai, who was working for the real Suchitra Advani or Mijindani's father, that family knows about the replication. The younger generation of that family joined hands with the ISI and with terrorist outfits. So they're fully aware of all the changes that have happened in every family. They know the nexus. That ladka and that other boy called Rajkumar, they know the nexus or part of the nexus of duplicates. Do they know the knowledge pretty well? Is there anybody who knows who the actual group of nexus is? The list of how many people have been knocked off and replicated? Anybody has that list? Is it a physical list? That list is in India. The late Mr. Narendra Damodar Das Modi's replica or shapeshifter, if I can say so, Mr. Arun Jaitley, does he have the list? Mr. Arun Jaitley doesn't have the list. Yet he's the anti-god. Does an official legal law keeper have the list? Is the list in the hands of an official law keeper or a law keeping agency? It is a criminal network that has the list at India. Is it because some medical hospital was Riodo entried, the originals knocked off, replicas put in, doctors went to work? Does this have anything to do with the coronavirus time? Swabs taken for testing, but then also finds out whose DNA is exactly what? Is it one hospital or it is many hospitals? Is it more than one hospital? Is it Chennai's Apollo Hospital that you're pointing out to? Chennai's Apollo Hospital, Mr. Reddy, the owner, he has some children. You say amongst his children, somebody or some couple of them were knocked off and replicated. This is on the back of those people. They have the list. They have the entire list. They have the comprehensive list of replicas. Is there anybody who has a comprehensive list of replicas? From the criminal network point of view, SRL has the criminal network. No, from a criminal network, you're saying the replica from the Nordic region. SRL's duplicate has the comprehensive list of all people who've been knocked off and replicated, because he has done most of the jobs or got most of the jobs done. Any chance of retrieving it for a shortcut method of knowing who's who? You see it getting retrieved in the future? Sometime soon? Okay. Okay, this is what I'm showing is Elon Musk, what his recent, I think is more, whoever's being his mother has put out some photo. I somehow feel his face has been painted white. This face has been painted white, but anyway, I'll try and ask. Okay, it's an old photo of all of them together. I have no clue what these guys look like, but the point is, if they messed around with our photos, then they must have messed around with these two. I don't know. But I'll ask the pendulum. Varsha earlier said that these guys are not around anymore. That's what she said. She said the entire family was wiped out. That's what she said. Varsha? whether these photos are the original or they've been morphed or painted over the way the criminals have been doing in many photos. The three kids standing in this photo while they were growing up, are they the real May Musk and Errol Musk's three children? So if I can say so, one is the real Elon Musk. His face has been painted white or painted over the way they've done with some of my photos. Then there is Tosca, his sister. Then there is Kimball, his brother. I'll start one step at a time. The Elon Musk in this photo, whether his photo is the original or morphed, but the place and time, you know, where the photo was taken, when three kids were put together and a photo was taken. So that's the real Elon Musk. Is that man in his physical form today? Is he still in his physical body as of today? Has he been CRISPRed to become somebody else's identity? What about his sister Tosca? Is she still in her physical form today? The girl who is in the photo, when this photo has been taken out of the two brothers with their sister, so she is Tosca Musk. Whether the photo is morphed or not doesn't matter, or painted over doesn't matter. Is this girl, whatever it is worth, when this photo was taken, the girl who was standing over there as Tosca Musk, is she still in her physical body today? Is she free and living a free life as Tosca Musk? Does she shapeshift for May Musk? Does she shapeshift for K? Does she shapeshift in any way? She's been pulled off the grid and holed up somewhere, like you were, like the real Rahul Gandhi is. What about her brother Kimball? Is he in his physical body today? He's a restaurateur. Is he free and a free restaurateur? Just freely moving around the way he, a normal person would, or with security or whatever. Primarily, is he mobile, and is he who is Kimball Musk for the public today? He, like his sister Tosca, is holed up somewhere. You are telling me Tosca and Kimball have replicas of them out, but they are alive, but are holed up somewhere like Rahul Gandhi. You're telling me Elon Musk is in his human form today? Is he in his physical form today? Was he raped and murdered? Has it got to do something with the timeline where he's talking about a cave? He's talking about, well, it's in his thing only, where there is the question of dogs, rape, cave, I don't know, rip, RIP, cut, knife, some stuff like that. I don't know what it had. So he's exited out of the body. His children, 5 children. One has become a girl. Oh my god, I better be careful. Just 1 minute. I'm getting scared. 1 minute. It's like gone absolutely, like really, really like affecting even my glass in a way. Someone's getting pretty badly affected. I'm not getting scared, but I mean, I don't know. Okay, so it's like raining pretty heavily outside, and you can make out someone's highly agitated. Generally, the wind flows very heavy from the northwest. This is only the south. Generally, we don't have such heavy winds coming in from the southeast. Anyway, I hope the spirits calm down a bit, because if you all don't calm down, then it is difficult to do the, to find out things. You will have to calm down a bit. Okay, let's just ask if Tosca and Kimball will be found soon. That should calm their ancestors a bit. If that's who's getting, the bunch of them getting agitated, I don't blame them. I say they have every right to, but here there are also some people who are trying. Okay, I want to know, Varsha, they're getting agitated at the thought, the passed on souls, with what happened with people who were unceremoniously sent off. Tell them to calm down, please. Otherwise, it's difficult to do the reading. Then you'll jeopardize my position also. Then how we can function? Okay, I want to get assurance from you, since you are in a place where you can also communicate with Shirdi Sai Baba. Today I've seen you also resplendent and in good light. So my question is, do you see in the timeline Tosca and Kimball being found alive and brought back to what is rightfully theirs? Primarily what I am getting is SRL, who's shape-shifting for Elon, bringing Starlink to India. He's actually the syndicate Unilever HUL of FMCG, but you equate it to the syndicate and the cartel of criminals in the criminal industry and the criminal business. Primarily it is about catching him. That is the start of solving some problems along with Jaitley. So do you see that successfully happening by the law keepers and lawful agents as a good effort, along with, of course, everybody who can pitch in their own little way to make it like a very successful effort at keeping law and order in place? Okay. Now, would you like to rest for now? Do you want me to just rest this for a little while and come back later? You okay with it? Okay, so I'm going to rest it now. It's okay if I rest this now? Tell the spirits not to get agitated because I'm trying to I'm not doing anything. Shirdi Sai Baba has directed me to do this, so I do this. Ideally, watching all this, I get a little worried. So is it okay if I rest and take a little break for now? I'll come back in the evening. Okay. Okay, so I'm closing the session. It is 14:40 right now. Tuesday, as I said, it is Mars and Rahu double. So Mars double and Rahu. So I'll just take a break for a little while and come back in the evening time sometime. Okay.